Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Friday. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to just be doing a Dollar Tree haul. I don't do too many haul videos because I don't like shopping basically. But I did want to go to Dollar Tree. I had seen quite a few people haul things and I was going to look for some of them. Some of them I found, a lot of them I did not, but I only went to one Dollar Tree. I'm still not all that excited about going out to different stores and so on and so forth. But I wanted to show you what I did pick up, and it's a real conglomeration of all kinds of things. They're not all craft related, but I think for the most part they're pretty good deals. I'm going to start with the food items that I picked up. I picked up 2 of these bags of cheese flavored puffed corn. Cheese popcorn basically. But it's a puffy corn. It's not like a regular corn kernel. So these are tasty, and they are well, they're 2.5 ounces, but 2 1/8 ounces, but that's a good sized bag, and I got 2 of those. And I got 1 bag of the Wise potato chips. They are very good potato chips. Excuse me, I have an itchy nose being outside with the pollen. They are very good potato chips. I got Bobby a treat. He loves Reese's peanut butter cups, and these are the little mini peanut butter cups. And there's quite a few in here for $1. I mean, candy in general has gotten so expensive. We don't buy that much of it, but you know, if you look at remember when you used to buy a candy bar for 10 cents a quarter? Now it's $1.25 for the same size candy bar. And I got myself a treat because I love licorice. So I haven't had these in a long time. So that's, I had 2 other food items. One was a box of macaroni and cheese. I love macaroni and cheese. Bob doesn't particularly care for it, so I figured this way I could make a little macaroni and cheese. It's just the box, and I prefer homemade, but lazy is as lazy does. And the other one was one of these suddenly salads, but see, it's a very small one. This is only 3.9 ounces, so it's going to make just a little salad, and that's fine because that's all we need. And this is pasta, red peppers, and seasonings. Sounded pretty good. That's all of the food items that I got. I did get a package of parchment paper because I was out, and this is 25 feet, which will work for a couple of batches of cookies anyway. And speaking of cookies and cooking cookies, I just ordered myself a new stove yesterday. Oh, I tell you what, I was so tired of looking at stoves online. It was unbelievable. Every time I picked one out, it wasn't available. Everybody in the world must be buying stoves to bake all the bread that they took the bread flour from. And this stove actually has a bread proofing feature on it. Not that you need to have that, because all you have to do if you want to proof bread is turn your oven on to 200 for 1 minute and then shut it off. And that will make the oven just warm enough to proof bread without it being overdone. Okay, onwards and upwards. A couple of outdoor things. I got 12 of these, and I got 6 in the silver and 6 in the black. We're not going to use all of them outdoors. I'm going to have a couple of craft projects that I'm going to be doing with a couple of these. And these really do work well. We've had them before. And you have to check two things. One, that this battery flag is still attached, okay? And two, that the stake is in the bottom. And if you get those two things, then you're all set to go. Okay, let's see what else I got. In the makeup line, I got two items in the makeup line. I got a lipstick, and I've had the Dollar Tree lipstick before. It's quite fine for me. I'm not a person who's sold on a particular company's makeup. I don't wear makeup that often. I usually put a little eye makeup on when I'm going to do a video just so the eyes show up. And I got a new mascara because my mascara was pretty well gone. Now, one thing I did get that I'm not going to be able to use for what I wanted to use it for was these little organizational shells. And they had several different configurations, you know, with a wide part here and just little squares on one side and so on so forth. I wanted to get something to stand my alcohol markers. I have a new set of alcohol markers. And it's in a beautiful carrying box, but the box is canvas and it's flimsy. I did put cardboard in it to try to make it a little stiffer. And so I can't really keep them in the order that they should be in. I want to put my various shades of the different colors together. It makes it so much easier when you go to use them. So I was hoping that I might be able to use something like this, but it's just too shallow. It's too shallow. And I have two of them now, so I will find something else to do with them, I'm sure. And if anybody's got any good ideas, let me know. I know the makeups will fit in there. That's what they're made for, actually. So I could stand up my, my mascara and my lipsticks in there. But we will see what we will see. Okay, let's see. I picked up 4 boxes of these Tumbling tower games. Okay, now these I'm going to be using, I have at least one craft project in mind for them. I don't know how many I'll need for the one craft project, and then I have a couple of others that I've looked at. The craft project is going to include this and one of these. Okay. I picked up 2 more of these styrofoam circles. That's what I've used the last time for my center of my wreath, the floral wreath I made that we decorated with flowers, and they work fine, and they're just the right size if you're using the regular 10-inch frame. I picked up in the Crafter's Square, I picked up these crafting clamps. The one thing I was looking for that I could not find, and I'm sorry, I keep blocking light and the camera goes dark and whatever. I'll try to hold it back here so it doesn't block. One of the things that I couldn't find, and I do know that some people have said they have them at the Crafter's Square, are the little silicone fingertips to use for hot glue. Because if you've ever watched me use any hot glue, I always have it all over my fingers. So I was trying to get some of that. I picked up another bag of sponge brushes. They had a lot of wood pieces, and I didn't really see anything in a shape that I was thrilled at. They had a star. They had, I think it looked like a petal of a flower. I'd like to get some circles. They didn't have any circles. They did have an arrow. So I thought this would lend itself to a nice welcome sign. So it made me make a welcome sign on the Cricut and use it for one of our wreaths in the fall. I'm going to save this one for a fall one. I picked up one of these Embossing Stylus, and what's nice about this is this end here with a little ball on it fits nicely in the tray, scoreboard. I forgot who I was. In the scoreboard, it makes a nice crisp score. I picked up just a couple of flowers in the purples. The purple hydrangeas and the purple petunias. Aren't these pretty? With the purple and white. I'm still going to do a purple grapevine wreath one of these days. And speaking of wreaths, I picked up the square wreath form. Somebody asked if I'd make a square wreath. So I don't usually make a square wreath, but you know what? Sounds like a plan to me. I just got to get some mesh or some other product, burlap. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. And we'll get together and make a square wreath. I picked up, this is a Chalkboard Writer. I've had some chalkboard pieces, things with chalkboard paint. I have chalkboard paint, but I also have some chalkboard pieces, and I never had the writer to use on them. I picked up 2 packages of these socks. They are an excellent deal. There's 2 pair in a package for $1, and they're nice socks, very soft. This one is just a black on one side and a white, and then these are the gray. They're all gray, but they have, this has a pink heel and that has a black heel. And actually they're not for me, they're for my husband for golf. You've heard of Bigfoot? Well, he's Littlefoot. He only wears a size 6 men's shoe, which actually isn't a men's shoe, it's a boy's shoe. So he can get by with these kind of socks. So that's what we've got him. And the last craft project or item I picked up was a pair of these scissors. Now I'm curious to see, and we'll find out together, how well they cut. Because you know, I don't care if you designate scissors just for one thing. I'm always using them for the wrong thing, and they get dull. So I have some ribbon here and some scissors. Okay, I can tell you now that this part here seems sharp. When you get up to the point, not so sharp. But I think they'll be fine for crafting because I'll have them stuck up with glue or some other foolish thing before too long. Let me just get this pin back in here so the pin doesn't get lost. Alright, and the only other 2 items I got were cleaning items. We've got this big bottle of pine, well, I said Pine Sol, that's not what it says. It says Pine Glow, but it's basically the same thing. And it's a very good cleaner. And what I like about it is it does leave a nice smell when you're done. And this is 99.9% of bacteria and viruses are killed with this. So what I'm planning to do with it is just to put some, dilute it a little bit and put some in a spray bottle for the bathrooms. And the bathrooms, the other thing I got was a toilet bowl Lysol cleaner. And this is the name brand for $1. Look, it's a good size. So, I think I did pretty well for my first excursion where I actually looked around in the Dollar Tree. Now I'll tell you a few things that I was looking for that I did not find. And this Dollar Tree that I went to is in the next town. I actually have one that I could walk to, it's that close. But I like this one because this one is one of the bigger ones with the, you know, the freezer case and cold case, and the one by me is very small. But they probably have what I'm looking for. I was looking for the ice cube trays. They have an ice cube tray that has a cover. And it has a little hole in the top where you put the water in and then close the cover down. And guess what? You can walk all over the town and not spill the water trying to get it back to the freezer. They didn't have that. I did not see any of the little stick-up round LED lights. And I am going to get some of those. I've got a few. I've probably got 4 or 5 up now. But these are great to have if you live in an area where there is the potential to lose power. And as you well know, in Florida, there is a potential to lose power during summer storms. These are very bright, and that you could just pop it on and set it on a table. You don't have to stick it on anything. Or you can put it in like on a candle holder and walk around room to room with it. It's very bright. And they have replaceable batteries, which is what I like. It's not one of these that as soon as it dies, you throw it away. It uses 3, I'm going to say AAA batteries. I have to look. I've replaced one set. So anyway, I couldn't find those, and I couldn't find the ice cube trays, and I couldn't find the lighter. There's a lighter that's like one of those big lighters, only a longer one, used for like lighting candles and things like that. I didn't find that. And a certain cream that my husband uses all the time, utterly cream or something like that. And I know the one next to me almost always has it. So I will venture over there and try to pick it up. So anyway, that's my haul, and that's what I have for you today. And we're going to be back, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is to work on this little project using my blocks of wood and an LED stake light, and we'll come up with something cute. Wait and see. So until I see you again on Sunday, which is the last of our dough Sundays, I hope you all have a great afternoon. Stay safe, stay cool or warm, depending on where you are. Keep your distance, wear your mask, play by the rules. And everybody, play nice now. See you Sunday. Love you. Bye-bye.